Good morning, Chicago.
This is Day News, the best way to start your day.
On December 26, 2004, just a day after Christmas, around 12:58 p.m. UTC, the Sumatra Indian earthquake struck the coast of Sumatra, Indonesia. The devastation was extreme, the impacts fierce, and the lives of the Indonesian people still affected 15 years later. We are here to remember a day that took the lives of thousands. Yet, how did this happen? We find our answers in plate tectonics. The Sumatra Indian earthquake was a tragic result of the Indian Ocean plate converging with and subducting under the Burma microplate. It was measured to be a magnitude of 9.1 and lasting a horrifying 8 to 10 seconds.
Wow, something so unexpected that happened in Khao, Thailand, and shook the world literally. One survivor told their story and how they survived this awful disaster. Amanda Rabbo and her boyfriend Daryl decided to go on vacation like anyone else, but that took a pretty big turn. Amanda and Daryl were inside a beachside bungalow and started to hear something very loud. Amanda described it as sounding like a jumbo jet coming at her. Daryl jumped up to open the curtains and his face was filled with horror. He started to scream, "Get out of the room now." They jumped out of the room before the building collapsed. Daryl had jumped up on a roof, but Amanda got sunk under and crushed backwards towards a wall. Everything starts to crush around her and rise above her head. She remembers taking her last breath before going under. She remembers thinking how quick life is. Something pulled her hand and took her hand tightly and pulled her out between this enormously small gap. This man was a true hero. She fought for her life for 3 hours. She was surrounded by the bodies, including the one who had saved her. The question we have to ask is, how can this person who didn't even know Amanda end up saving her but didn't survive? Why did any of these heroes die that day? Amanda found Daryl and other survivors and spent the night on the hillsides. She saw herself in a mirror and saw hanging wood coming out of her body. Not like a splinter, but massive pieces of wood. But despite her injuries, within 6 weeks, she ends up going back to Khao and raising $65,000 just by telling her story. She ends up saying, "I survived that day for one reason or another. The day her new life began. She sees life as 2004, not before. She's starting to live her life the fullest ever since."
Wow, what an amazing and truly inspiring story.
I wonder how many others have similar stories to that. The amount of damage in Indonesia 15 years ago was devastating. This earthquake hit with the same amount of power as 23,000 Hiroshima bombs. This resulted in a deadly tsunami to occur. The waves were 80 to 100 feet and traveled 3 kilometers inland. This resulted in 230,000 dead and thousands more injured. About 141,000 homes were completely destroyed, along with many more buildings. The repairs of Indonesia totaled to be about $15 billion, but they were generously given lots of donations from charities. After about 5 to 6 years, Indonesia had people ready to move back to their beloved homes. Amazing progress truly was made from the town 15 years ago to today.
The Sumatra earthquake was truly devastating.
Join us tomorrow at 7 a.m. for Day News.
Bye!
Happy holidays!